Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here to start this week's Fan Fridays, this time featuring a battle from Seeker with the Blacephalon. So we've seen Seeker on Fan Fridays before, rocking that signature pre-marina, but now we're about to get into the fun because Blacephalon, it's a crazy Pokemon. I know it does mind-blowing amounts of damage, but also it gets to the point where it's worrying about recoil. Also, the ally starts getting a lot of trouble. I wonder how we're going to work around that. Now, I can see the recoil right there. Boom. Magic Guard, skill swap, maybe just sacrifice off the Sigilyph and then try to just nuke everything without any worry from Blacephalon. That also means you might be able to run the Focus Sash to just keep yourself alive while killing everything. Could be an interesting strat. So now we have the Alakazam going Mega. And that is probably a shiny Sigilyph off of the Ultra Warp Ride. It's just kind of bringing everything together. And, oh, that's going to be a Trace on the Beast Boost. That could be like one of the worst things that could ever happen when it comes to the Alakazam. That Telekinesis going to be protected. And then Sigilyph with the Tailwind. There we go. So Sigilyph actually looking to be a really strong support Pokemon for this team setup. And once again on Fan Fridays, kind of looking for the best, most optimal way of running the Pokemon. You know, you could just bring in any skill swap Pokemon. You could try to get Rockhead onto Blacephalon or do something weird like that. But with the Sigilyph specifically, it gives you the Tailwind, and then that is where the Mind Blowing comes in, and it looks like everything is just a solid sacrifice as necessary. Sigilyph gets one shot, Alakazam gets one shot. Blacephalon, not enough to take down Noivern though, but Noivern's going to counter with a Tailwind of its own. Alright, that works. And now Empoleon comes in. So Empoleon, that's going to be a strong neutral hit. We're going to see how Blacephalon deals with that. As Primarina comes in, I'm wondering if that's just going to be the cleanup damage. And Primarina under Tailwind sounds scary to me because it has a very high amount of special attack, especially for like a starter Pokemon. So it can do good amounts of damage, and we're going to see what it does with this Tailwind. So Empoleon's going to go for the... Man, that focus not breaking through the Blacephalon and the Icy Wind. So even with Tailwind, get that Icy Wind support in there. It could work if Tailwind wears off, if Tailwind doesn't go off. And that's actually going to be enough to finish the Noivern. So that's pretty crazy. And then slowing the Empoleon. So it's kind of good and kind of bad because now that means, you know, Volcarona has this Tailwind boost, but Blacephalon really doesn't have to worry about much. It already has a very high amount of speed, so Noivern under Tailwind is one of the few Pokemon that can deal with that. Then Blacephalon bringing in the Mind Blown once again. Not enough to KO Volcarona or the Empoleon. Volcarona goes for that Quiver Dance though. That's going to give it the speed, but the Icy Wind could shut that down. And Volcarona is going to do the thing. So Primarina has a Scald follow-up. Unless you just straight up Scald the Volcarona, that's also another way of taking it down. So that's going to be it. And then we're going to see if Empoleon can get a hit onto the Blacephalon. That's going to be a Hydro Pump. So are we going to see that Focus Sash? Focus Sash Blacephalon. The Madman actually did it. Alright, because yeah, when you think about it, you can't do all this recoil. You can't do all this other stuff and then have Blacephalon work. But no, the Mind Blown's going to come in, and that's going to be enough to take down the Empoleon. So GG, just like that. And yeah, after the recoil, still get that Focus Sash. And now it's devastating, because like unless you double focus Blacephalon, which is going to be very difficult because Blacephalon's killing you, and then there's also another Pokemon like Chandelure. Chandelure can come in and follow up with a Heat Wave. Just a Shadow Ball, do insane amounts of damage, as well as that Primarina. So yeah, very few things are going to be able to survive. And then the one attack that gets through, Blacephalon gets to go and shut down. That was actually pretty difficult, because that Tailwind from the opponent kind of make it to where you had to play a little more passively and leave yourself open up to one more hit or so. So let's go and check out some other battles with the Blacephalon. That's it, guys, right there. You know, just no recoil Blacephalon, GG. Alright, so getting into the next battle with the Blacephalon. Looking at the opponent's team, it's kind of interesting. Like, we have some good amounts of back and forth. You know, Metagross, it just cannot deal with that. Hydreigon has good resistances against what Blacephalon wants to do. Typhlosion, you have to respect that Flash Fire. And then Tapu Lele, Tailwind up, Tapu Lele loses. You're just Shadow Ball. Done. GG. So let's go and see how this one ends up playing out. But I'm liking how it's looking. Like, you know, the opponent, I don't think there's really much you could do against this. So that is going to be Blacephalon and the Sigilyph leading out once again. You know, just Sigilyph being a tanky Pokemon, it's reliable enough to where you can get that Tailwind. And until the skill swap goes off, it's also not going to take any indirect damage. So yeah, there's the Metagross switch right there. Into the Typhlosion, that could be bad Flash Fire just right off the bat. Actually, in a world where Blacephalon doesn't have the skill swap going for it, things could get really bad. But yeah, there's a Tailwind, so everything's looking good right there. Hydreigon with the Dark Pulse. Yep. Blacephalon's going to protect. So pretty standard stuff right there. And then Sigilyph will get that skill swap across on to the Blacephalon. And now we're going to see Shadow Ball. So yeah, you don't have to only use the Mind Blown. I was just thinking, like, if you have Mind Blown, you use it against a Flash Fire Pokemon, you still lose half of your health if you are, like, in a recoiled state. But Typhlosion showing the Toxic. That's a little interesting right there. I was wondering if he was forcing a switch. Maybe also knowing that, you know, there's Tailwind now. I'm getting outsped, so I can't really use the Eruption for some big damage. And now, because of the Magic Guard, Focus Sash just means, like, you don't die to any shenanigans. You know, you're only taking that direct damage. So the Poison, Burn, none of that's going to work on the Blacephalon. Interesting. And then Sigilyph comes in with that Psychic, which will be enough to finish off Typhlosion. So also Sigilyph backing it up with a little bit of damage. Very fun. And then Sigilyph has Beast Boost, so now it's gaining speed. And we can see that there's some shenanigans going on because Sigilyph is outspeeding the Blacephalon to get the speed boost. So we're not seeing the full speed of Blacephalon, but that could mean Modest Nature and then some other things happening. But also when you have Tailwind, you know, you don't really need to worry about too much. And now we have Tapu Lele coming in. So Tapu Lele, it's going to make things weird, but we still have Primarina under Tailwind, which is also very powerful. So I see this being just a quick cleanup. So that's going to be a Shadow Ball on Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele cannot survive it. Too much damage. Very high amount of special attack. Stab. Super effective hit. Tapu Lele, it's got that special bulk, but it can't do anything about that. And then the Moonblast. Outspeed into Destruction onto the Hydreigon. Hydreigon could do anything about that, and Tailwind will peter out at the right time as Metagross comes in. Metagross Bullet Punch could be problematic, but then Primarina still threatens some damage, and then we also just have that follow-up Pokemon to really bring it home. So yeah, and then Chandelure just finishes off the Metagross. Anyways, that was a very quick battle into the 4-phase. So yeah, looking at the team breakdown, there's enough to shut down everything. Typhlosion, kind of more problematic one. Couldn't really stall it out until Tailwind wore off, and then Tapu Lele didn't really get a chance to do much. But yeah, let's go into another battle. No Primarina? I'd call blasphemy on this one, but then, like, just look at all these Pokemon. Any of these Pokemon in Tailwind is just terrifying. Haxorus also has the ability to set up for itself. You know, it's like, alright, just going to go into a Dragon Dance and then hit everything super hard, whatever decides it wants to survive, you know? Very few things are going to survive this. And that's going to be into the Golisopod Porygon Z. So, first impression, could be threatening, but not really, because Sigilyph, that's a neutral hit. Flying Psychic. Blacephalon's protecting anyways. Porygon Z, if it goes for Z conversion, then that's just free. So yeah, first impression, Sigilyph tanking it pretty well. That's going to be a skill swap. Oh, whoa. Calm down, game. Calm down. Okay, straight Mind Blown. Never mind, not taking any chances. Porygon Z surviving, though. Golisopod will take the hit. Sigilyph faints. This is a new strat for sure. This is something different. And then Charizard comes in. So yeah, we didn't get into that Tailwind. And now we get maybe see the Chandelure. Opponent's going to go for that Z move on the Porygon. So that needs to get stopped right away. That can snowball out of control. And yeah, we're just going to see Z conversion. So gaining +1 to all of its stats. And then also getting like the conversion. So now it's an electric type. Alright, showing that Thunderbolt right there. Haxorus coming in. And Mold Breaker. I don't think the Mold Breaker is really going to matter in this situation, but Blacephalon is ready to take off. Charizard X. Yeah, the opponent's also being very frustrating to deal with right now because we have Charizard X, which is going to quad resist the fire. Porygon 2. So yeah, Blacephalon just playing it safe, protecting right there. Maybe being able to divert enough moves from the opponent. Haxorus comes in with a Poison Jab. Oh! Or you just scarf the Haxorus to deal with these shenanigans. Maybe that was the plan. Like, alright. If I don't KO Porygon, I have the Scarf Haxorus. That's a guaranteed outspeed right there. Dragon Claw on the Haxorus. Ooh, just KO. Done. This battle's actually getting a lot closer, which shows that Blacephalon was not under threat. And then Chandelure comes in. So yeah, we have Chandelure now. Oh, wait, Chandelure has the Flash Fire. Perfect synergy. That's going to be Golisopod once again. So yeah, that's going to be... We already know there's enough damage to finish off. So Blacephalon coming in, getting the Mind Blown. What is this Blacephalon speed? That's actually like really interesting to me because we're outspeeding 100 base speed Pokemon. I guess, what does Sigilyph have then? I thought he had like 90 something, like a weird 90s number, but I guess it's higher than that. Maybe it's 110. And then Shadow Ball on the Chandelure. Not going to be enough to finish off Charizard. Charizard coming in with that Dragon Dance, though. Wants to try to finish this, because you go Dragon Dance and an Earthquake against Blacephalon and Chandelure. Life is going to get pretty tough for those Pokemon right there. Then Excadrill comes in. However, if there's no Scarf, Blacephalon just has the natural outspeeds for heavy damage right here. Alright, Charizard actually just using that Dragon Claw after the +1. Focusing the Chandelure. Chandelure going down. And actually Blacephalon just takes it then, because Mind Blown comes in. That's going to be big damage. That's like enough to KO the Excadrill, and it will be enough damage to finish off the Charizard. But the Focus Sash means that unless there was like extra focus there, you know, Charizard hits Blacephalon, Focus Sash procs, and then Chandelure comes in with damage anyways. And the battle's over just like that. So another quick battle with this strategy. That tells me that the Sigilyph has to be a 110 speed. I thought it was a weird little number though. Alright, so it is 97, which means Adamant Charizard, I guess? And then Blacephalon's rocking around to like a 96. And then when in a world where you get off Tailwind, these stats really don't matter too much. And then you still find outspeeds against Pokemon that you need to find outspeeds against. So that's an interesting little breakdown of what's going on. But overall, still some big amounts of damage. And then like the battle just suddenly ends. You know, you get 2 Mind Blowns off. Pre-Marina or another Pokemon does support, and then the opponent just loses. So pretty fun strats. Also nice little way of removing that recoil to where Blacephalon does more than just 2 moves and then dies. And then the Focus Sash, you can't deal with Focus Sash Blacephalon. It's just too much damage. Like, you know, it's one shot, just high damage city over there, and then Blacephalon has no punishment for it, and he can just use it as many times at once while also surviving multiple hits. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.